Today, we're going to talk all about being a Christian in the military. Is it possible? And what are some best practices? She doesn't really sleep long during the day. The lights on, kids are making noise. Is she high? Is she high, mama? If you want to walk and live by faith, but you also want to serve the country, what are some best practices to kind of help you along with this journey? On this channel, we do all things women empowerment. I'm a mom, I'm in the military, and I'm a wife. And you don't have to join the military. My purpose of coming on here and talking to you is just to let you know that you can still do all the things you want to do in your life, even though you're a mom, even though you're a wife, even though you're giving to other people, you still got to make sure you take care of you. So I would love for you to like and subscribe, join the family, join the internet community here that we have. And let's go ahead and get into this video because this is a conversation that comes up often and I think it's worth sitting down and talking about. There is a lot of different religions out there, and I am not here to comment on anyone's religion. I am just here to say that you can believe in higher power, in a higher power. You can walk by faith and still be a service member. There are a couple little tweaks and things that you have to remember when you're doing both, but it's absolutely possible. So let's go ahead and get into the tips. So the first tip that I have is for you to understand and really realize and not beat yourself up too much about, but the fact that you have picked up some culturally accepted norms when joining the service. So a little background, I joined the military almost 7 years ago. It'll be 7 years in March. And when I went to basic training, I was older. I was 27. That is old for the military. When I came back, my mom was like, "Oh, you curse now." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You curse now. You didn't curse before you left, but you do now." And she was like, "I'm glad you didn't pick up smoking because that is another culturally military accepted thing." But that was something different for me. I hadn't even realized it. When you go to training, you are in a bubble. It is just you and them and the people that you are learning to be a soldier with, and you do pick up, you have no other influence but those people that are around you. So you do pick up some culturally accepted norms for the service, and just don't beat yourself up too bad about it. I always say, I'm going to try to stop. I'm going to try to stop. I'm going to try to stop. And honestly, it's something I still work with because it's normal conversation. It's not even degrading or derogatory. It is normal conversation. Like when you're in a room full of civilians, they have to be like, "All right, y'all, look, we about to be intertwined with civilians. I need y'all to keep it down. Try not to curse. Try your best." Like, it is so accepted in the military because it is just normal practice. So for me, I have to be conscious about the fact that I do curse now, and it's not anything derogatory or mean. I am not degrading anyone. I don't cuss anyone out. It's just normal conversation. But even though, yes, there are curse words in the Bible, ass is in the Bible, okay? Not his ox nor his ass, right? But they weren't saying like ass like your butt. They were saying it like a donkey. Like, that's the other term for a donkey. So it was to describe something, Anyway, bring it back, Renee. So I have to remember that it's how it looks. It looks bad. The cultural norm outside of the military is that curse words are bad. Period. You don't want your kids to say them. You don't want to say them to your grandparents or your parents or in a job interview. It's bad. So don't do it. You're trying to be associated with being good, with walking my faith. So those things that are considered bad, don't do it. Now, there are some things that are gray area, you know, should you drink wine or should you, you know, do this or that? That's up to you. You have to read the word for yourself and determine what you feel like are the goals and no goals for your life. But something that's just blatantly, it's across the board, you shouldn't do that. You kind of have to kind of start scrubbing them out of your day-to-day. So the second tip is just to realize that religion is not something that is widely talked about in a military setting. We are all green, period. Brothers and sisters in arms. It doesn't matter what religion. You can assume what you think people believe in, but it is not something that's typically talked about. So you can't really just be walking around witnessing and doing the most. You know, if someone comes to you and has a question and life is going bad, of course you can, you know, help encourage them, but you have to be very tactful because you don't want to push someone in a direction that they may or may not want to go in. So military is not a place for you to be doing the most. You're able to do that outside. People who meet me in different platforms, I'm able to give them all of the things that, you know, I believe in, what has helped me walk through my life and get through difficult times. But at work is not the place. So you have to just shed your light in a different way. I'm not saying if someone asks you questions or inquires to just completely shut them down. That's not what I'm saying, but you cannot push what you believe on others. The military at work is not the place to do that. But what I am saying is, what? Let me see you. What you gonna do for gas? What you gonna do for gas? The one up the street?
How much cheaper is it?
It's a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna put some money in your account, but you're just gonna owe me more money.
You got cash at me.
No, I don't. I can put it in your account. Teenagers. For me, the way that I am able to shine my light is to just be an overall good person, to bring the energy that I expect to be in the room. I bring it with me. Even if morale is down, even if people are down in the dumps, I come in and say, hi, good morning, how you doing? I talk to people, I interact with them. I show them that regardless of what's going on outside, that you can actually be a kind, gentle, loving person, and yes, be a service member. So I am known at my unit for just bringing that energy and really just pumping everyone up and boosting the morale and giving that perspective of just being an overall good person. And that is how I shine my light. That is how I allow people to see I'm set from, you know, I'm different. And when they inquire about what's different, then we can have that full conversation. But otherwise, my purpose for being there is just to, I don't know, I can't really explain how I make people feel, but it happens. And people come to me and they talk to me and they lean on me. And it's just, you just become that, because it's not me, it's the God that's in me. And I allow it to show just based on who I am. That makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So the third tip is that it is hard. It's actually hard to find a community of people who believe what you believe in the military. And the reason isn't that they're not in the military. The reason is that because you move so much. You move every couple of years. So every community that you establish, you end up moving, relocating, and having to reestablish that community. And yes, you can reestablish that. You can find another church. You can find other people, but it takes time. It takes time to find a church that you really love and trust. And it takes time to find people who really get you. You know, it's like as soon as you find people who just really, really get you inside and out, now it's time to go somewhere else. So what I do is I have an internet community. I still stream on the church that I didn't grow up there, but in my early 20s before I joined the military, I discovered that church and I stream still on that church. I do also stream on another church. I want to say it's, man, what are they called? There's a second church that I like, and I'll watch both of them and throughout the week, and I'll take notes and I'll indulge myself in those communities. I also have study workbooks that I use, and the Bible app. I have She Reads Truth app. I got their books coming. So I have all these different things that kind of keep me in the Word and keep me indulged in this community, even if it is online. With the pandemic going on, a lot of things are simply online, and you just have to be able to adapt. And I was doing this before the pandemic happened, so it made it a little bit easier for me. I do prefer to go sometimes, but it really takes a long time for me to find that community of people that I just really feel comfortable with. So I talk to my friends. They're not necessarily here, but we talk and we watch the services together and we discuss, and just finding people who are like-minded. Even if they're not still in the same place as you, just keeping those relationships as you move on throughout your career. So the fourth tip is that it's okay to have solid relationships with people who do not believe the same way that you do. I do not have a questionnaire like, okay, do you believe in God? Okay. Do you believe the Son of God? Okay. Do you celebrate Christmas? Okay. I do not do that. If I establish connections with people and friendships build, then that's just how it is. And in getting to know people, you get to know how they are and what they believe in and if they believe same as you. But that doesn't mean to ruffle those feathers. That just means that's someone who's unique and different. And I am not here to push anyone away from what they know and bring them over. Now, there is conversion. My granddad actually was born and raised Catholic, and he actually was converted and became Seventh-day non-denomination with my grandmother. And there is conversion, but that is not something that's like pushing them to go in a certain direction. It's just based on how you live and how God blesses you and what they see in your light and how they see you growing, that they want to know more and they want to inquire and they want to indulge and develop. And that's how conversion happens. So I'm not saying don't witness and don't shed your light. I'm saying don't push people, okay? You cannot push people. You get nothing that way. You actually push them further and further away by being a pushy, boastful, mean, angry person who lives by faith. And then the last one is that knowing that you have to have a personal relationship with God. This is something that I've always struggled with. My grandparents passed this last year in 2020, and they have always been the patriarchs of religion for us. Like, I knew that I could go off and I could live life and I could do whatever foolishness I wanted to do, and they had me covered. I knew that whatever happened, I was able to call them, they were able to pray for me, I would be covered, I would be good to go. Guys, I'm having surgery and I'm like freaking out because my grandma's not here to pray for me. I have to pray for myself. And that's something that I am learning and realizing that it's something that you can't take for granted. Y'all, my husband is messing with me. Babe, come in. Why are you messing with me while I'm filming?
Oh, I was going to put your thing up, but you already put it up.
I did.
Done a good job.
You gonna come in. You gonna get in the video soon. Believe me. I did a good job. Y'all heard that? So I have to do it for myself. And it's crazy that in their passing, I realized that now I don't have that line, directly to God. I have to create that for myself. And that is why we are here talking about it, because it's something that's it's at the forefront of my life, period. And maybe things will change and maybe I'll be able to help others. I don't know, but you have to create that personal relationship for yourself. You have to establish a community and a line in between yourself and God, and you have to read and actually study and grow. You have to do that, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to continue to walk, because the military is a powerful thing. It is a community of people who are from all over the world, all over different places, have all these different backgrounds and thoughts and beliefs. And in order for you to steadfast on what you actually believe and be unwavering and unmoving, you have to learn it and know it for yourself. So thank you guys so much for just listening to me chat about this topic that really has been hitting close to home for me. I have been doing a lot of goal I've been doing a lot of growing and soul searching and what's new and what's next for me. And I was watching TD Jake's daughter, what's her name, Sarah, and she was like, you know, who are you meant to be this year? Who are you meant to be at this stage, this point in your life? And when I tell you that thing, she was talking to me, because it's not just about who I'm able to help and what I'm able to do and being in the right place at the right time, but who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And that's where we're at. So you guys will see a little bit more faith-based content on this channel. I have not shared it at all. Like, I get up and I do my thing, and I in my quiet time every day, I spend time with God, and you know, I learn and I study and I journal. Journal is huge for me, and I haven't really shared that on this platform, just because I respect your right to choose what you want to do and what you want to indulge in. But my YouTube feed has become more and more faith-based. All these women, incredible women who are out here, and they're just sharing and they're talking about it, and they're incorporating it not only in their life, because just because you don't see it on YouTube doesn't mean it's not there, but in their channel and in their identity, their social platforms. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is the direction. Okay, let's go. You know, so thank you guys again for watching. My name is Renee, and I will see you guys in the next video, vlog. And absolutely, please, 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 please hit the like, hit the subscribe, share. If this was like good for you, then I'm pretty sure it'll be good for someone else in your community. So bye.